Today I will be talking about why I believe that the death penalty should be abolished. I will be trying to persuade you against the death penalty due to it being immorally wrong, knowing how many countries execute juveniles, and that the execution methods are cruel. The death penalty is immoral and usually used against people unable to get a good defense. The death penalty violates the human rights law, the law to live free from torture. It's an inhumane and degrading punishment. These rights are protected under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights Act. Many countries execute juveniles. The death penalty for people under 18 is prohibited, although many countries still use the death penalty for juveniles. China, the Congo, Iran, Nigeria, Pakistan, and many more countries use the death penalty for those under 18. Since 1990, the following countries and more have executed over 160 juveniles. I have a graph that shows the executions in the U.S. and in Missouri from 1977 to 2023. We are one of the top 3 states that use the death penalty. So the graph says since the U.S. Supreme Court reinstated the death penalty in 1976, there have been 1,564 executions nationwide, 98 of them in Missouri. You can show the The execution methods are cruel. Beheading, lethal injection, hanging, shooting, electrocution are all different methods of execution around the world. In the U.S., we don't usually see shooting, hanging, or beheading, but we do see electrocution and injections. The most common, there have been many botched executions over the years, and some have lasted hours. Overall, the death penalty should end. It is immoral and inhumane. Many countries execute juveniles. The execution methods are cruel. I know many people who won't agree that the death penalty should be abolished. When you see families get torn apart because someone was murdered, you want justice. But in my opinion, having to sit in a jail cell for the rest of your life and think about what you did to get there is better punishment than death. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah.
Which states allow the death penalty?
Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Nebraska, Nevada, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Kansas, and then there's Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, Texas, and Wyoming. Anybody else? Yes.
Do you think the United States has the right to execute foreigners?
I believe that if a foreigner committed a crime in our country, then we should have to help hold them accountable. But if it was not done in our country, then I don't think that we should have to hold them accountable. I think that they should have to go back and be punished there with however their country seems fit. And that's all.